Hello everyone and welcome to a new video for Trimble Virtual World. In this video I'm going to present you the version 2.011 and the latest functionality, but I will as well start by showing you how to set up the virtual world. So in this example I'm going to use the Xbox controller at the moment, but all the same functionality are available on the keyboard. So as I will use them, I will explain you which one I use for, which one I used on the keyboard and which one I use on the Xbox controller. First of all, how do you get Trimble Virtual World? It's very simple. Once you get a license for Virtual World, in Trimble Installation Manager, you will have the latest version available. And so you will be usually licensed with the 4 different scenes, so building, construction, pipeline, and tunnel. And the only thing you need to do is install it, and you will get a virtual world available. So after, when you do virtual world, you will get the virtual worlds here. So this is a virtual world, so you will get the emulator available here. When you start this version, you can pick one of the 4 work sites which you have been licensed. In this example, I'm going to use a construction site. And ignore this splash screen, it needs to be removed, it's out of date now. But right now we can see we have our character, which is holding a survey rod with a target and GPS, and he has a total station on the side. Very simply, we can use the arrow key on the keyboard to move around the scene, or I can use as well the Xbox controller to move around this scene. We can use the other joystick to finally rotate around the user. We can ask the user to face the total station. Let's say I'm going to walk here. As a surveyor, we will place some control mark usually, or some pegs in the ground. I can use the X key, or the X key on the keyboard to place a control mark. Very easily, I can walk to a different one, place another one. I can place as many as I want. Let's say then I place this one wrong, so I'm going to walk next to it and I'm going to say F3. So I'm going to do F4. F4 is to remove the closest pegs. So I'm going to accept, remove this. But let's say I already did a big mistake and I want to restart everything. We can do an F3 and it will remove all the pegs. Okay, with the control key B, for example, I'm going to change the control. So at the moment I was following the persona. It was a 3rd-person view. Now I have a 1st-person view of the total station. So again, with the joystick, I can rotate the total station and start to aim at my cartoon. Same, I can use again the control key to do that. Now I'm locked on the target and I can start working. If I press again on B, it do a zoom on the target. So from the total station, press again B, and you are now back in a 3rd-person view. And as you can see, as I move in the scene, the total station now is fully tracking the target. Okay, so one of the really interesting part of the virtual world is not just the scene, but it's as well the integration with the other application. So if you want more help, there is the access to the help. You press on it and it will get you to the help. It explains you how to set up different controls you can do and everything. So for the setup and using with other applications like Trimble Access, SiteWorks, or FieldLink, I can use an external tablet. So here I have the T100, but I can use the TSC7 as well, or the TDC 600, and run this on the tablet. So the real application on the tablet or the controller, and run the emulator on the PC. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this, and I'm going to open my Trimble Access, because that is the capability we can do as well, is run both in parallel. So on one side, the virtual world, and on the same PC is the Trimble Access emulator. So the question we get quite often is, how do you set up first the configuration? So when you click on the virtual world and press escape, you are going to have the capability to change a different connection. So when you work everything on one PC, you are going to use a local host IP address. But for example, if I want to use, as I say, with a tablet, what I will need to do is connect my PC and my tablet to the same network. And from there, you pick one of the IP address and get onto that. In, for example, Trimble Access, which I'm going to use here, I'm just going to access the debug mode. And this is going to unlock new functionality. So when I go to the connection, now we have the IP connection. So because I'm running on the PC, I'm going to have local host as well on Trimble Access. We need to make sure that the port number as well are the same. If you are on the tablet, for example, I will pick this one. I will need to make sure that on the tablet I enter the right IP address. Very simple. So this is the IP address for the GNSS. We have the same for the total station. Okay, so I'm going to close the debug mode to just tidy up. And because so all my config are done correctly, we can see then right away we connected to the GPS. I can, if I want, switch to the total station. And now we are taking information from the total station. So switch again and go to the GPS. And to start some surveying, I'm just going to do the exact same workflow than Trimble Access will do. Now we are paired. Trimble Access doesn't know he's getting information from a virtual world. He's just receiving the right information. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you how to work with the total station. So I'm going to say measure total station, and I'm going to do a very basic station setup. I have a perfect labeling. I start my surveying, and now I'm going to pick one of the control points. And my control point right there, station 02. We can figure out the instrument height. So by pressing F6, we get all the information for the instrument and the targets as well. So I'm going to say 163. I say enter. Accept, and now I need to take my backside, and my backside will be on station 1, I think that one, and my target height is 2.232. I'm going to accept, and what I'm going to do, now I need to move to my control mark. I know it's over there, so I could walk there. I could do a light jog by clicking on Shift, or if you press F5, you kind of do a fast walk to where you need to go. So just went past, and this is my target. So usually as a surveyor, we need to place perfectly our user on the scene, on the control mark. And so on this one, I'm going to use a small keypad here for placing my surveyors. I can work around, and now I feel like I'm pretty much on the control mark. So we could do, again, take control of the total station and turn, but I can do as well from Trimble Access, take control of the joystick, and finally do the turn. And boom. Let's say we want to turn the laser because we want to see. Here we are. We can turn off the laser. We can change the target. So now it's locking to the target. We can say track the target, and everything like that will work. Okay, I'm going to say measure. I get my residue, and now I'm fully ready to work. So if I walk in the scene, we can see then everything is following me. So that's pretty much all for this demonstration and to get yourself started. Thank you.